Alright, it's a quick run through of Surfer on Dimension Risk Stage 4. For anyone who's wondering, having trouble clearing Stage 4s. The reason I'm using Surfer, he's got a Rage. The reason I'm using Valkyrie rather than a different support is because she has an Insight. So you need the AoE. See, Surfer's got the Bind, and he's got the AoE, so he just brings everyone on the screen in so you can take them all at the same time. If you have characters like a Luke Cage, let's say, maybe, that will pick them off one by one, or Hulk, physical damage combat types are bad for that, but they just pick them off one by one. They're no good. You want Sea Surfer brings everyone in, so he's attacking everyone at the same time. The 2 is not good. The 3 is no good. Oh wow, we got it. Normally, you very rarely get the counter on the 3 in PvE. But as you see with the Insight proc and the Rage proc, his tier 3 just demolishes everything on the screen. So you want to make sure you use the 5 either before or after the tier 3 to bring everyone in with this sort of bind and sort of summon. They're drawing all the enemies into the same attack, basically. They should finish them off right here. So yeah. Surfer, like I say, is not really a PvE character, so something like Loki, or even maybe, I'm not sure how she plays, but Supergiant, I think, maybe has a sort of binding effect like that. Loki, definitely. Another thing you want to do is run through the level first and bring all the characters on screen. Don't take them phase by phase. And then you want to get into the center of them and use these summoning attacks. See, I'm using the 5 again to bring them all in and then hit them with the T3. Missing the proc on the, oh, they all died, so we missed the T3. They're all done now. The boss, you might get the counter attack, but it's still very hard to proc on the counter attack with Surfer in PvE. When you do get it, the damage is actually insane, strangely enough. I know he's seen as a PvP character, but the damage when you actually get the counter attack on top of the Rage proc is pretty mental, actually. Obviously, having built to the max with a bunch of OBs and stuff, I think you would need that on any character for stage 4. It's hard as hell. As you see, I'm barely on 1 minute there. This stage as well, you want to run through, and you can actually run all the way around the corner here, drawing every single enemies. Make sure they all come with you. This is probably the pinch point. Bring all of them in. Now you see I can clear them all fairly easy. Still don't get the counter because they're all stunned and binded and stuff. But with the tier 3, I should take out the whole mob at the same time. Oh, this stupid friend. Okay, I'm gonna just hit him with the tier 3 just to finish him off. And now what you can do as well, this is kind of cheating, but you can wait here. As you see, I've got 21% on my tier 3 skill, but only 18 seconds on the clock. I may actually not finish the stage with the 18 seconds, to be honest. What you can do is you can wait it out as you see the clock stopped, so you just wait out for 30 seconds or so. While we're waiting, it's time for me to tell you about a good old story about my old Uncle Joe. No. But yeah, as I say, the rage actually works well on Surfer in dispatch mode, in story mode, and in this thing, Dimension Rift, because he has the massive AoE on the 5 that brings all the characters in at once, so you can attack them all. If you just do the switch basically between the 5 and the 4 and the 6, all of those are massive, like damage. If you proc the Rage on them, you basically want, when you hit the 3 for the counter attack, you want to be doing it in a way that you've usually got 1 or 2 to cancel out of it, because if you hit it while everyone's stunned, and you don't cancel out of it. You just stand there doing no damage while he waits for the counter, and then when he doesn't get the counter, he doesn't even get the frenzy buff, the proc, anything from the counter. So it's like a waste of 5 seconds every time you use it. So you want to cancel from the 3 into the 1 or the 2. You can pretty much insta cancel 1 or 2 into each other and straight into 5 cancel 4 or 5 cancel 6 or 5 cancel 6 cancel 4 or whichever you're playing. He's actually quite like rough and ready with a rotation surfer if you have a rage on him. Kind of nearly there. I actually want to have 100% because I want to blast Kingpin with a tier 3 straight away. Because we've only got 18 seconds, so. Yeah, that's it really. When you do get the counter attack, again, I'm very unlikely to get the counter attack even against the boss because any of my other attacks are gonna stun him or various other crowd control effects that are gonna just stop him from attacking basically. Let's go. So there you see we did get the counter because I hit the 3 first. Kind of because this is the only point of the rotation where you can take apart from the counter. Like you see the damage here is massive. Just gonna miss the just one more 5 cancel 6 and he would have been done. So as you see, I've cleared that like 3 or 4 times now with Surfer. So that's the way to do it basically. So if anyone's having trouble clearing out stage 4, is basically a rage, I think is going to be massive. My judgment characters, Rogue is really good in Dispatch. She's not been great in Dimension Rift so far, but maybe it's a different playstyle for her. Mephisto's been really good as well because he has also this massive area of effect that brings all the characters in. So if you don't have a built PvE surfer, because no one does, why would you? But Mephisto, if you have a decent Obelisk or CTP on him, he can actually do the same kind of play. What you want to be doing is just, like I say, bringing all the enemies in towards you so that you can hit them all at one time. And as much as possible, you do that little sprint through every area first to bring every enemy as possible on screen. And you try and fight your battles in the middle of the stage so that when the enemies spawn, they're still drawn in from your area of effect attacks. With Surfer, actually, especially, you may have seen in the video there, where his tier 3, because it kind of launches, then there's a pause, then it hits when the meteorites land. You can actually hit one group of enemies with the beginning of the attack, and a second group of enemies with the meteorites themselves. So he's really a good character for for all dispatch all dimension rifts. Anyway, that's actually not a clear of tier 4, but that's how you clear level 4.